5. This short video focuses on Porter's 5 guidelines. Name and identify the forces from case studies or scenarios, or explain how they can apply Porter's 5 forces model to analyze the position in the market. The aim of Porter's 5 forces is I want to see what opportunities, what threats are coming from the market environment. Remember, I have a lot of contact with the market environment, and the market environment can possibly sink my business. So I want to know, what is my standing? How good or bad is it going with me in the market environment? So I'm going to do a little bit of research based on Porter's 5 forces, a model that came from Michael Porter, and this will help me to understand the market more. You literally just have to tell me, if I look at the 5 forces, how good or bad is it going with my business? When you study this, know the 5 forces, and underneath each force, at least 2 proper dots. That should be more than sufficient. If I look at my suppliers, your suppliers have the power to influence your prices. If you have powerful suppliers, in other words, only one supplier, then it means that they have the power and your choices are limited, because it means you cannot just quickly swap between your suppliers. If you look at Eskom, for example, if Eskom switches off the electricity because they now want to do load shedding or they want to increase the prices, do we have a say? No, we don't. So when we look at the power suppliers, we need to go assess how big power do they have. And like I said, this depends on the power of your suppliers, how big supplier you have, as well as the number of suppliers. And you also have to look at, are they reliable? Are you able to change or anything like that? Look at my buyers. Buyers now have the power to force prices down. Because guys, if none of us purchase a product, what happens at the end of the season or when the product comes close to its expiration date? The business is forced to decrease the price. So therefore, buyers have the power either because they're not purchasing, or if you have a buyer that is a powerful buyer. So you have, let's say I'm a small business, but now Anglo comes to me with a big contract. Anglo, which is a big company, will have big power, so they can bargain, negotiate for a price that is in their favor. So we need to consider that. And that is why at dot 4 it says a few powerful buyers can obviously dictate, control the terms and conditions of the business. I need to do market research in order to get enough information about my buyers to know who has the power. But obviously, if I am a big business like Eskom, then power of buyers are not going to influence me at all, because I am the only supplier. Look at my power of competitors. Obviously, if there are very limited number of competitors, because your product is very unique, then you are in the power position. But if your competitors have a unique product or service, they have the power. So you have to go look at your competitors, you need to go look at what are they doing, and you need to look at what can give you the competitive advantage. So if you look at Roman's Pizza, they went on for many, many years saying that they don't need to deliver their pizza. Their pizza is so good that people will go into their store to go buy the pizza. What happened with COVID? People couldn't go to their store, so they had to change. The competitors were taking over the market, so now they have a delivery service as well. Okay. Substitution. Substitution is very much in line with competition, but now we are focusing on a product. One product that can do exactly the same as another product. So now if you have a substitute, it's almost like a more direct competition. So you need to go look whether there are businesses that are able to sell substitute products for what you have. During this year, we said e-cigarettes are basically replacing cigarettes. So the cigarette companies now have to come up with a new way to advertise their product to make sure that people are still buying the cigarettes. So if the business sells a unique product, substitute products will not threaten them. But as soon as direct competition products come along, the business need to assess whether this product is reason for them to feel threatened. The threat of new entrants, guys, this refers to the how easy or how difficult it is for another business to enter the market. Remember I said when we look at Porter's 5 forces, you already have an existing business and you now want to see where are your current standings, because your standings in a market environment can easily and very quickly change. So if you have a business like MTN, for them to get more competitors than the other 4 that they already have is difficult. Because if I want to open up a new cell phone provider or service provider, I will have to put up towers all across South Africa. And the expenses that is attached to that is tremendous. So in industries where there's a lot of profit, it is going to attract more competitors. But new competitors can only enter the market if it's easy to enter. And easy to enter refers to it takes little money, it takes a lot of paperwork. So I cannot just quickly open up a mine. If I want to open up a mine, I have to work through the government. And they have to first grant me permission to start mining. And then I have to build all of the, or get all of the equipment and build all of the structures. Speaking of millions and millions of rands in order to get that done.